Hello everyone and welcome to episode 11 of Always Tell Me the Odds, a Star Wars Unlimited podcast. And I am Marcus, or Faluin on Discord, and with me today, as always, is Magnus. Hello Magnus.
Hello.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing fine.
Also known as Dragonfly. Forgot to say that.
Yeah, that's okay.
That's okay. You're doing okay today?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just fine.
Yeah, good. So,
And you?
I'm doing really well. We met yesterday actually with our RPG group.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was my birthday,
Always fun.
so we met up here, played some RPG, ate some food, and had a good time. So that was nice. Yeah.
Was a while since we all gathered together, so we didn't get that much done in game, but we had a lot of fun talking about a lot of stuff. We just needed to, I guess.
True.
But,
yeah. It's hard to find time sometimes when you have family and kids and stuff, and you need to find a full Saturday or Sunday or something to sit down and play RPG. But it's nice when we do that.
Yeah.
All right. So Star Wars Unlimited. What have you done last week since we recorded last time?
Well, yeah. Mainly, actually, I had the opportunity and the pleasure to help out casting a Norwegian PQ.
Yes.
On Saturday. So
True.
That was super fun. I helped Victor from the Nordic Takedown podcast. They're doing a great job with streaming all the Nordic PQs. So I helped him with the first 3 rounds to commentate.
I think they do a fantastic job with that. It's a lot of fun to tune in there and watch and
it's amazing. I love to just watch and follow. It's like this is our sport, I usually say.
True.
So of course we want to watch our sport as well.
Yeah, true.
You
did a good job.
Yeah, thanks. It's what's the first time, so it was super fun. So I hope I can maybe do that sometime in the future as well.
It was a lot of fun when they asked us if we wanted to do it, because they asked both of us, but I couldn't do it. But when I listened to you, I was like, oh my god, I'm so glad that you did that, because I have you were like, oh, he played that card and that's super good and this deck, and I was like, what? I would have had nothing to add in there.
Yeah, it wasn't that easy sometimes because unfortunately there were no internet connection at the venue, so they had to use like mobile 4G. Yeah, so the wasn't always that good of a feed.
That's interesting.
But I mean, that's even better to have commentators when it's a bit of a bad picture sometimes, because you have people helping you to try to figure out what cards are played and so on and so on. So
I didn't know that. I didn't recognize that actually. It worked very well, even if they did not have
I think so.
All right.
Most of the time it worked well. Sometimes it got a little pixely, but not that much. I think so.
I mean, that can be also the occasion with internet connection. So,
and I mean, it wasn't anything they could do about it. It was just
all right.
Yeah. They had to work with what they got. So they do a great job, and
they are doing a great job.
You can always go over to their YouTube channel and watch the PQs. They have.
They have all of the Nordic ones up there, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So shout out to them. Go to their YouTube channel and check it out for sure.
Nice.
Have you done anything
and
else?
And also can give a shout out to I'm So Humble Adam, who's one of the hosts at the Nordic Takedown. He took down his second Nordic PQ.
He won both in Oslo and in Stockholm.
Yeah,
that's great.
Big congrats to him. It's a super good player, so it was well deserved.
Yeah, he also travels around. He was on the Stores Showdown that we were attended here in Lund, so he's traveling around quite a lot to play, which is so I'm very happy that he took down the PQs for sure.
He's a really nice guy as well, and I usually root for him when I see him on stream. But this final, I actually had a little more interest in seeing the other deck win, because it was a super fun, super nice like OB1 blue deck. So double blue OB deck was really cool to see on stream.
I didn't see the final, but that's interesting.
Yeah, so it was mostly because it was super fun to see something that I haven't seen before.
Yeah, that's kind of new. It's not something you see in the meta.
Yeah. Adam was playing the Han 1 yellow, which is a super complex but very good deck in the hands of a good player. So
I have tried that, and it's impossible for me to play that. It's so hard. So you can also, you can totally see that, you can totally see that Adam is a really experienced and good player because he handled the deck very well.
Yeah.
Have you done something else, or that's a lot?
That's mostly it. I've decided and booked both my flight and where I'm gonna stay for the regional qualifier in France.
Yep, in Lille.
In May. So that's gonna be amazing. Unfortunately, you won't be joining us this time.
I won't do that. It's a matter of time and money. Maybe in the future. I would. I mean, now when you all of you signing up for that, I was like, oh my god, I want to go too. But I also have to like chill a little bit for that. So, but maybe next time. Maybe next time for sure. Yeah.
So what have you been doing?
Yeah, so when you were casting, I had to opt out from that because my daughter started to play Pokemon. So when I went all into Star Wars Unlimited, since I am new to like TCGs in general, she is also that. She never played anything like that, but she collected Pokemon cards. So she wanted to she joined in on with me when I go play with the local people on Thursdays because they play Pokemon there also in the local place where we play. And they were like, they have been super friendly and super including to her. So she wanted to play a tournament on Saturday. So I was like, sure. So I went with her there. And when I was sitting around there watching them play Pokemon, I'm not super fan of Pokemon. I've tried it. It's like, it's okay. But when I was there, I was like, oh my God, I want to play more Star Wars Unlimited now. And I want to compete. And I think I wrote that to you when we were on our way home there. It's like, I want to compete now. It's like, so I got super psyched to play more Star Wars Unlimited. It's also, I also see when I see Pokemon and Magic and other games like that, I now see why I like Star Wars Unlimited so much. It's such a good game.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, it's a good game, and it's the same for me when I watched a lot of the stream, even when I wasn't commentating. Saturday.
Yeah.
Of course, you just want to like shuffle up and play yourself. But,
it's a good game. It's a really good game. And also, I mean, we met up on Thursday last week and played Twin Suns with a bunch of people, or 6 people showing up. So we played, 2 of us, we played Premiere, and 4 of us played Twin Suns. We had a lot of fun. It was a lot of laughter and a lot of. It's such a.
I really like that format.
Yeah, such a good format.
It's very good casual format.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun. It was very like. You couldn't tell the outcome of the game until the very last round. It was super tight and it's
and even in fun. Like the last rounds. We had one instance of like in the last round of one of the games. I played choose sides, so I changed. I took your Luke unit, and I was like, okay, now this is giving me the win. Yeah. And then the next player played another choose sides and took the loot from me.
And he won with that. So
he won. So that was
so he won with my loot that everybody took from me.
Yeah.
It's such a good format for sure.
Yeah.
And also,
that was really fun.
Yeah, and also like a little bit connected to what we were talking about today. I had to buy those like huge paper storage boxes that I bought 2 of them that can contain over 3,000 cards because it's getting. I have my cards in like ice cream boxes that are empty and washed out, of course. It's like, but they are getting way too full. And now with a new set coming up, and I'm gonna buy a bunch of new cards, I was like, this is not sustainable. I need to get some new storage for them. so I'm buying in on this game for sure. So
that's nice.
Yeah. Well, before we go into that, we have something today that is kind of exciting. We have to announce the winner of the raffle for a free ticket to Star Wars Unlimited Malmö Open Qualifier that have been going on in our Discord. And I'm sitting here now with a raffle wheel with all the names that came in with questions on the Discord. And we're now going to do the raffle. And the winner is KTP90, which I know is a local player that just started to play Star Wars Unlimited. So that's really awesome. KTP90, congratulations for a free ticket to SWU Malmö Open Qualifier. We will talk to you in Discord and sort everything out so you get your free ticket. Congratulations. Okay, so that's very exciting. So what are we talking about today in the episode?
Well, we're talking about collecting aspects of the TCGs, like Star Wars Unlimited.
Yeah, exactly. And sometimes,
and I mean,
sometimes I'm very new into this, so I heard TCGs before, and then when I started to play and I started to I went on internet and just wanted to get to know more, I sometimes saw the term CCG, which is collectible card games, and I didn't know the difference between them.
And I mean, as far as I know, there's no difference.
There's no difference.
Just like the same. It's the same name. It's. Yeah. I think they started out calling these types of games with CCGs.
Yeah.
And then, for some reason, they went over to TCGs. Maybe it feels a bit more inclusive to have a trading card game instead of a collectible card game. I don't know.
Might be. So what I have read up on is like it started with collectible card games, and it started with Magic the Gathering in 1993. And then they changed it I don't know when, but they changed it over to TCGs. And those kind of games, there are like Yu-Gi-Oh!, Pokemon, Magic the Gathering, Star Wars Unlimited, and so on. And I mean, collecting cards have been around way longer than that, because I know my dad back in the 50s or so, 60s, they collect movie stars from Hollywood and so on. And I know when I grew up, there was when it was a world championship in football, you had to, or you could get those booklets, and then you bought cards or stickers that you put in them, and you tried to get the whole team in there. So collecting cards have been around for a very long time, but the game aspect was introduced with Magic in 1993. That's what I understand, at least.
I mean, the sports cards, I think that's really big.
Yeah, like baseball
still,
and stuff.
And baseball and basketball. And
yeah.
I mean, my kids have football cards.
Yeah, I guess have been around.
That's something that's still
for
probably
sure.
big. Yeah.
So when it comes to Star Wars Unlimited, or TCGs, how are your thoughts about that? Like collecting cards, the collecting aspect of this.
Yeah, I mean, I like all of the aspects of the games. So I mean, I usually say that I'm a player first. So the most important thing for me is to be able to play the game. So I'll always go for that first when a new set arrives, or if it's a completely new game. I'm not that interested in getting a specific card because I want to collect it. It's more I want the cards so I can play with them.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
So that's like usually my main aspect of the game. But then after a while, when I'm starting to get all the cards I want to be able to play with, I usually go more and more into the collecting
aspect of it.
Like some cards that are really nice in this game in hyperspace or hyperspace foil. I think it's, I don't know why, but I really like the showcase leaders. I love to play to have a showcase leader when I play the game. I don't know, it doesn't matter really, but
no, game wise it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter at all. But for me, I don't know. It's just
it's also something you said,
within me that likes having the shiny thing.
It triggers something in you. I mean, you also said that when we went into the store showdowns, is that you wanted to play Afra because you have the showcase for her, so you wanted to play her. And it's so maybe we should say what kind of cards there are in Star Wars Unlimited. So there are like 4 like base cards, so to say. There's the basic card, which is like the artwork, the text of the card, and there's a black frame around the card. And then there's something called hyperspace, which is the same thing, but it's the black board or the black frame is not there, and the art is the whole card. And then there's something called...
If you look, it's like it isn't really borderless, but like it's almost borderless. But
the art is all over.
Yeah, and the edges have this like you're going into hyperspace. I guess that's why they call it hyperspace.
Those like lines getting sucked into the card.
Yeah.
So and the third one is foiled, which is like those shiny ones. It's like the ordinary card, the basic card with the black frame, but with the picture is a little bit like shiny. So that's foiled. And then there is hyperspace foiled. So that is the hyperspace card, but that it's shiny. So or like I heard you said yesterday, the Pringle card, because they always get a little bit wonky in their shades.
Some of the foils or the hyperspace foils can get a bit bent.
Yeah, but so those four are like the base like collectible differences in the card. Yeah, the card works the same, and like game wise, but collecting wise, they're a little bit different.
Yeah. And then there, of course, is the showcase leaders.
Yeah. So that's a special...
Which are very rare. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a special kind of... It's the same leader game-wise, but they look different. The art is different. And yeah. Are they also foiled?
The same card. It's as you say, game-wise, it's the same card. They are foiled, yes. And
they are foiled.
But it's alternate art as well. Yeah. So it's another art. And now with set 4, we're going to get a one more type of card. We're gonna get the pristine type of cards. Yeah.
Are they all of the cards, or is it just the leaders?
The showcase, you mean?
No, the pristine.
Yeah, the pristine is not it's only normal cards. So I would call like the pristines or showcase, but for
ordinary cards,
not leaders. Right. Yeah, for ordinary, for like units,
for non-leader units,
for non-leader. Yeah. Okay. I think it's only units. I'm not sure if events or upgrades. I think it's only units so far.
But
they could at least change that in the future.
Non-leader cards, at least.
But it's non-leader. So they look, the ones we've seen, look a lot like the showcase.
Yeah.
But for units. And actually the pristine, they have 4 different versions of the pristine card as well.
Oh, okay. And then there's also some cards that you get in special events and stuff that look a little bit different because they have they're more colors on them, and it's like, I don't know what they are.
Often called OP cards, organized play cards.
Oh, is that what
the ones you can get in the weekly play packs and such.
All right.
They're also alternate art cards, and they have a bit of a different, as you said, more of a colorful frame to them. If it's a green card, they have like a green frame. Yeah.
So they're kind of nice, but so there are a bunch of different ones. So So what? How do you collect on anything? Like, is there something that you collect?
I really like the hyperspace cards in this game, and some of the hyperspace foil, and as I said, the showcase as well. Yeah. So I probably will like the pristine cards as well, but I don't know if I'm going to go for them because I have my suspicion is they will be quite expensive. But the thing is with card games like this, because we make it becomes its own market.
Yeah.
Like Star Wars Unlimited is its own market. On in America it's TCG Player. I think it's the most used, and in Europe we use card markets, most of us, where you buy and sell cards to each other. And I usually really like if they can get like the chase cards. What I mean by that, like the very rare and special type of cards. If you don't need to have that card to be able to play the game. So I think Star Wars Unlimited have done it very well. With you can like only get the normal black border cards and play, and those cards will be cheap, or cheaper at least. And then people who wants to bling or wants to collect, we can like
they can do
try
that.
to get the foil or hyperspace foil or showcase, but that doesn't take away from people who only wants to play the game.
Yeah, I think that's a very smart thing, because my thought of TCGs before I started to play Star Wars Unlimited was that it's super expensive and I need to buy in with a lot of money to be able to play the game. But actually, in Star Wars Unlimited, you don't have to buy too many cards, too expensive cards to actually play the game and to do it in a pretty good level. But then again, you can do it if you want to. So I think it's very accessible in that way.
And that also, hopefully, if you like have the luck of drawing a showcase card in a pack, you could sell that card and buy the cards you need, just the normal cards, if you don't want to put that much money into the game. So that also, hopefully, it makes people want to open packs, because the more packs that are open, the better the game.
Of course,
like. The game needs to sell to be able to keep on going. So it's a good way to get people to open packs. I think it doesn't really, it doesn't.
Yeah, you don't have
take
to,
away from the players. No.
Yeah, I mean, I you don't have to, but I still do it.
So that's it's more interesting. More interesting hearing your version, because you've never played.
Yeah,
so
I never been
collecting
into that.
is
I when I started, when you asked me to come along and play, and I was like, sure, I can do that. And I bought 2 starter decks. I bought the Spark of Rebellion, the Luke Skywalker, and Darth Vader. I bought them and started to play it, and I was like, oh, that's cool. And then I tried out one of your decks, I think, and one of the local people we were playing with decks, and I was like, this is a lot of fun. And then I started to buy some. Or we actually drafted some, and I was in the pre-release and so on. So I got some cards and started to play with that. And then you were very generous, so I got a lot of common and uncommon cards from you, so I could actually start building the decks and start playing with them. And I mean, that's what it was for me. But now I'm actually just like, shit, this hyperspace is very nice. So now I'm trying to get the hyperspace cards, because I'm not super fond of the foil cards, because I don't think they are as good looking, and the hyperspace foil cards, they are, I don't know, I don't really like them. There are some that are nice. I got an Omega card, or an Omega, the unit Omega, and I got a Bosk that was hyperspace foiled, and they were when I got them, I was like, these are beautiful. It's like, first I was like, I will never, why would I want that? And now when I have them, it's like, oh my god, they're really nice. So so it's what you usually say, is that the first fix is free. It's a little bit like this here, because I really don't care about the collecting part of the game, because I like the competitive, or like the game. I like the game aspect of it, but the collecting part is more and more growing on me. And yesterday I bought those the paper storage things, which means that I will collect a lot of cards in them. And I ordered a bunch of displays now for the new set, and what I'm thinking there is, like, I will get the bulk of cards that I need to build new decks. But I wish I get the showcases. I wish I get a lot of hyperspace cards that I can use in my deck. And so suddenly I am a collector, but I don't have the binders, and I don't need to have all the hyperspace so far. You don't know.
I mean, that's a fun part of it as well. You can choose however you want to engage with the game. Some people will only ever play the game and don't care at all about collecting, and the scale goes from that to people who never plays the game and only collect. So,
Because I'm thinking, it's like, if I get a showcase from a leader that I would probably never play. I don't play villain leaders, for instance, like as it is now. If I draw a villain leader showcase, I will probably sell that and use that money to buy more displays, to get more cards, because I want the hyperspace cards I want.
Buy the cards you need,
or just buy the cards you need, because I didn't expect myself to put this much money into the game as I have done. I mean, I haven't put in like a bunch of money, but I put in way more money than I thought I would. And because it's a lot of fun, and it gives me it's a lot of fun. That's basically what it is.
That's a good thing, because you have, of course, it's fun to open packs just because you need cards in the beginning of a set as well. But then there is also that tension, that excitement of, will I get a showcase, or maybe some other card that could be worth a little money, so I can maybe depending on how you do it. If, as you said, you might sell it and buy more boxes or more cards. Me, I'd probably, if I get a showcase in the next set that I don't want to play, I'll probably sell that showcase. So I'll be able to buy a showcase I want to play instead.
For sure.
So it would have been like I got the showcase I wanted.
Because I also, what I noticed when I for some reason I buy booster packs now and then, like 1, 2, 3, like when I walk past the store where they have them, I go in there and buy them. And I know some people that just open them quick to get to the legendaries and rare cards, but I noticed myself to actually go through the cards and look at the art, and it's like, even if I know the card, I look at them, because I find new stuff in the artwork that I was like, oh my god, this is really cool. Because I'm a very creative person. I like art, so I really, really like the artwork of the cards. Some card looks horrible. I don't understand what they have done with them, but it's also subjective. And then some cards are just amazing. Like we talked about the Chimera last episode. It's that card. It's beautiful. I will never play with it, but it's beautiful. So I will probably get that card, and also in hyperspace, because I think that will be absolutely beautiful. So it's an aspect that is, I did not see that coming, for me to actually go into a collectible, like the collecting element of the card game, for sure.
I mean, so that's a fun thing to explore for you then, and to try out. You can always do it in your own way and own tempo. That's for sure. That's the fun thing about this card game. It's there is so much to like. I just like the part when a new set comes, to like sit and sort the cards into the right colors. Maybe have a series on Netflix on in the background. Just sitting on the couch and sorting, as you said, maybe looking, especially when it's a new set, looking more intensely through the artwork on the card while you sort, and
also the flavor texts.
Like
we talked about that a little bit last time when we went through the 5 cards that we chosen in the new set. We mentioned the flavor text sometimes, because the flavor text they actually add a lot to the card. If you're only there to play the game, it doesn't matter. You just need to know the numbers of the card. But if you really like get into the game, you start to look at stuff like that, and they kind of grow on you. And I think they have made an amazing job with the whole creative stuff of this game. It's a good card game, like game wise, but it's also a really good game when it comes to artwork and creativity and all that stuff. I agree. It's really cool. So you, as a listener, what do you think about that? Are you more on the collecting side, or are you on the more of the game side, or what do you look into if you are collecting the card? What is like trigger you when it comes to that? We would love to know that. You can drop a comment on Discord or YouTube for us to let us know, and we can discuss it a little bit. It would be fun to know. Yeah. But also, you have been collecting cards before, right? So Star Wars Unlimited is not your first game. So have you?
No, that is correct. I've collected cards in a lot of other games, but I think this is the first card game where I'm actually getting more into the collecting part of the game that I really want. Like I did a little bit as well in Flesh and Blood. I did like the shiny cards there as well, in some capacity, at least.
Yeah.
But in this game, much more. And I think it's part that I really like the hyperspace cards in this game. They're so much nicer than the normal black border.
It's a huge difference between them.
Yeah, they really succeeded with giving you hooked on the hyperspace cards
for sure.
it wouldn't. I wouldn't be amazed if the card game was initially supposed to be only hyperspace, but then like someone like, ooh, maybe what if we like make a more dull black border and you can like
a very boring and ugly border.
And you can chase and collect the hyperspace cards instead. That would be fun. I mean, I would love to see all the cards being hyperspace, but then also I like to have the chase. It's always fun to open a pack now, even when I have all the cards to play, because I could get a hyperspace card that I don't have.
It's always exciting to do that. Do you know if are all the cards available in hyperspace, or is it just like a set of like a subset of the cards?
I think all cards should be.
They are available.
Because you can. There is what people would call like a master set. If you collect a master set from each set that they release, that is if you get one card of each of the different versions of the card. So there is 4 cards of each, 4 versions of each card.
Oh, so like the basic, the hyperspace, the foil, and then the hyperfoil.
Showcase as well.
Oh,
yeah, that's cool. So you get one of each of those, and you get that from all the cards in the set. Then you have a master set. That's I wonder expensive collecting.
I wonder how many people actually do that.
I don't think it's that many. I don't
know.
But
I would like to have like my vision. I will probably not do this, but I don't know. But what I'm thinking is it would be cool to have the deck that I'm playing to have all those cards in hyperspace. That would be a lot of fun. But I also know that some cards are really expensive. So I know it's I don't know if I will do it, but I like as close as I can come to it at least.
Yeah.
All right. Do you have something more on your mind when it comes to the collecting aspect of the card game?
No. I think they've done it really well in this game. And, I'm looking forward to seeing the collectible boosters now and see how that impacts.
What is that? The collectible boosters?
Yeah, it's the what are they called?
Or those the carbon? What are they called?
Yeah, carbonite.
The carbonite.
Right. Carbonite boosters. Yeah, but they're stacked with like hyperspace and foil and hyperspace foil cards and the new pristine cards.
But there are no like exclusive cards that you can only get there except for the pristine cards.
Not to be able to play the game. You don't have to buy a single pack of those to be able to play the game. It's only for collecting.
Yeah, that's also a really, 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 really good thing I think FFG is doing. That you can actually don't have to put all that money into be able to play the game. I think that accessibility to the game, I would say, is a winner for like someone who come into this like the TCG scene, being hesitant because it's a lot of money to put in there to start. I think that is a super smart move to get new player into it, for sure. So but are those pristine cards, are they actually available in the ordinary boosters also, or just in those carbonite ones?
No, they're only in the carbonite.
Only in the carbonite.
And the carbonite boosters for each set will be a limited, so they'll only print a certain amount of them.
Okay, so they will be a little bit more exclusive. Okay,
and that is because the highest pristine cards are in 4 different versions. So I think it's like almost like one that isn't foil, one that is foil, and one that is a different kind of foil. So 3, and then the 4th one is actually serialized. So you'll get like one out of 250 cards.
Oh, so it actually states that.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So you get the number 5. Yeah.
All right.
So those cards will probably be quite expensive.
They will probably be quite expensive, yeah.
Because
okay,
they're
cool.
unique. They're you if you get one of the serialized, you're the only one in the world that has that card.
Yeah, for sure. Wow.
So that's
that is an interesting collectible aspect of it, for sure. Yeah.
Gonna be fun to see.
Yeah. But it doesn't impact the game, which I also think is a really good thing.
And that's really good.
Yeah, that's really good. All right. So just before we forget to say this, we will remind all of you who are listening to this, don't forget to go in and sign up for the SWU Malmö Open Qualifiers. That will be in Malmö the 29th of March. The price table on that tournament is really, really good. And it will also be a super interesting tournament because it's just after the sets 4 have been released. So we have no clue what decks will show up there, and it will be a lot of fun. And also Marcus, that was on the like 2 episodes ago, he's a really good organizer of tournaments like this. So I think you will, if you sign up, I think you should sign up and come here because it will be a really, really fun tournament and really good.
And really good prize pool.
Yes, the prize pool is really good. And I think the best prize is that you will meet us.
That's great.
Yeah, for sure.
We will have a corner where we sign autographs.
Yes, for sure. We will sign on cards.
Okay, so, but before we end this episode, as always, we have a question. And today I'm going to ask you a question, Marcus.
Mm-hmm.
So this is more of a fun, not on the topic question, maybe.
Okay.
But I think the statistics on this is based on actually if you live in America. But
all right.
We'll take it for what it is.
Yeah.
So what are the odds of you getting killed by a shark? So in a shark attack.
Oh, wow. Okay, so
so the first there's actually 2 different questions in this.
Oh, okay.
So the first one is if you live within 100 miles of a coastline, what's that like? A mile, so like 75.
1 mile is 1.6 kilometers.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Who cares? Times 100 is like 1600.
Yeah. That doesn't matter. So, like closer to the coastline.
Yeah.
And then if you don't live that close to a coastline.
All right.
So, what do you think the odds are of
the odds
death by shark?
To actually being killed by a shark, it's very low.
Yeah. So death by it's very low.
Yeah. It's low. I know that, and I think it's lower in US than it is, for instance, in South Africa or Australia.
Probably.
It's like, do you want it in percentage?
You can take it in 1 in.
Okay, so I think that is super low. 1 in 100,000 if you live close to the ocean, and 1 in a million if you live far from the ocean. That's just a guessing.
It's actually even
lower.
Yeah, it's super low.
Oh, yeah.
If you live close to the ocean, it's 1 in 3.7 million.
Oh wow!
To be killed by a shark.
Yeah,
and if you don't live that close to the, it's 1. Or sorry, it's 1 in 3.7 million. Yeah. And if you don't live close to the ocean, it's 1 in 7 million to be killed by a shark. So don't be afraid. Don't be afraid of sharks. People.
I know it's super. I mean, I know it's super. I'm a biologist in like in my basic training, and I know it's super low because a lot of people are afraid of sharks, but I know the odds are super low. It's a higher risk of dying from falling from a stool when you want to take down a plate from a shelf than being killed by a shark. It's insanely low. So
I mean, most sharks attacks aren't fatal.
No, that's true.
Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah, so that's why death by shark is so the odds are so low. Yeah.
So 1 in 3.7 close to the ocean, and 1 in 7 million when you are far from it. That's low.
Yeah.
Interesting. That's cool. All right. I think that's it for today, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So thank you so much, everyone, for listening. We appreciate you all. And as you know, hopefully by now, we have a Discord where you can join in. Please do that. We have a link in the description. And we also upload the episodes on YouTube now. So you can join in there and subscribe on that one. And also the link in the show notes. We also have some social medias now, like Instagram and Blue Sky. And you can find us there. Always Tell My Dots. And as always, you can find both me and Magnus and in the Swedish and international Discord. And we are called Dragonfly and Halloween. So yeah, talk to us there. We are very welcoming and nice people. So, all right. Thank you so much, everyone, for listening to today's episode. And we'll talk to you more next week. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.